Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin, the podcast where we bring you the latest news and updates from around the world. We have a lot of interesting stories to share with you, but first, let's take a look at what's happening in Russia, where a nationwide fuel shortage has been causing quite a stir. According to reports, the governor of the Vologda region, Georgy Filimonov, recently found himself in a bit of an embarrassing situation when his car ran out of gas while he was driving. This happened just hours after he had urged residents not to panic and hoard fuel amid the supply crisis. The governor took to social media to share his experience, saying that he had to flag down a traffic police cruiser to get a ride. The fuel shortage in Russia has been attributed to a combination of factors, including increased demand and decreased wholesale shipments from refineries. As a result, retail gasoline prices have risen by 11.6% since January, reaching an average of 72.38 rubles per liter. The situation has become so dire that some regions, including Crimea, have suspended gasoline sales and distribution of fuel vouchers. It's worth noting that the Russian government has been working to address the issue, with the energy ministry and oil companies like Lukoil increasing deliveries to affected areas. However, it's clear that the shortage is having a significant impact on daily life for many Russians. We'll continue to monitor the situation and bring you updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, we'd love to hear from you. Have you been affected by fuel shortages in your area? Share your stories with us on social media using the hashtag #Barbara's Bulletin. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We are continuing our global news roundup, bringing you the latest updates from around the world. In our last segment, we explored some of the major stories making headlines. Now let's dive into our middle segment, where we'll be discussing a series of severe weather events that have been impacting various regions. Firstly, in India, a devastating landslide has occurred in the state of Kerala, resulting in significant damage and loss of life. According to reports, at least 11 people have died, and many more are still missing. The Indian government has deployed rescue teams to the affected area, with efforts underway to locate those trapped under the debris. Meanwhile, in China, President Xi Jinping has urged officials to make all-out efforts to rescue those affected by deadly storms that have been battering the country. The storms have resulted in at least 11 deaths and over 330 injuries in the central Hubei province, with several people still missing. The Chinese government has mobilized resources to treat the injured, resettle affected residents, and carry out disaster prevention and relief work. In addition, China's southern Guangxi and Guangdong provinces have been experiencing severe flooding, with flood alerts upgraded to the highest level. The region has been hit by torrential rain brought by Typhoon Maysak, resulting in breached water reservoirs and evacuations. Lastly, in Uganda, a fatal road crash has occurred, resulting in the loss of several lives. The accident has highlighted the importance of road safety in the region, where narrow roads and speeding drivers often contribute to such tragedies. These severe weather events and accidents serve as a reminder of the importance of being prepared and taking necessary precautions to ensure our safety. It's crucial for governments and individuals to work together to mitigate the effects of natural disasters and prevent such tragedies from occurring. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, we're focusing on a significant development in the Middle East, where funeral rites for Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, have shifted to neighboring Iraq and the holy city of Najaf. This move comes after days of mourning in Tehran, following Khamenei's death in late February during wide-scale U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran. The city of Najaf is particularly significant for millions of Shiite Muslims worldwide, as it is considered one of the holiest cities and is home to the shrine of Imam Ali, cousin and son-in-law of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. The arrival of Khamenei's body in Najaf has been met with widespread mourning, with thousands gathering to pay their respects. According to reports, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian and other senior officials escorted Khamenei's body to Najaf, where it was placed in a casket draped in the Islamic Republic's flag and encased in glass. The funeral prayers were led by Mohammad Taqi al-Hakim, a senior scholar at the Najaf Seminary, at the shrine of Imam Ali. As the coffin was carried into the shrine, large crowds of mourners pushed and shoved to get close to it, with some throwing themselves onto the casket. The pallbearers struggled to control the crowd, urging them to carry the coffin closer to the ground for fear it might fall. The body is expected to be taken from Najaf to the city of Karbala, another holy city for Shiite Muslims, before returning to Iran. Talks between the United States and Iran appear to be on hold until after the burial, but recent strikes from both sides in the Persian Gulf have raised concerns that the interim agreement to end the months-long war could break down. It's a complex and sensitive situation with many factors at play. As we continue to monitor developments, it's essential to approach this story with nuance and understanding, recognizing the deep cultural and religious significance of these events for those involved. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.